The following video is for 14 and up. Whoever is 14 could watch. Somebody's not 14 cannot watch.
Right now we'd be having this conversation face to face.
He hangs up. In the SUV, Bosun sneers. Bourne presses the tape lift to the safe's fingerprint ID and hits play on the recorder. The safe opens and Bourne removes a stack of reports.
This is a code 10 abort. I want everyone back in the vehicles as a code 10 abort.
Pam watches the agents scatter and the SUV speed off. In Bosun's office, Bourne opens a report stamped top secret. One page reads, Treadstone upgrade, Blackrock. The next several pages show reports on and pictures of terminated U.S. citizens. Bourne stows all the documents in his bag and swipes the key card in front of the security guard on his way out.
Yeah. Wills, check my office.
Wills hurries out of the hub. He swipes his key card, but the glass doors before him stay locked. He aims a gun at them. He clears away the shattered glass and hurries into his boss's office. He finds the safe empty.
He's got everything. All right, set a 4-block perimeter around the building. Give me a visual. I want the entire building searched. Every room, every hallway, every closet, every goddamn air duct, you understand? I want him found.
Meanwhile, Pam hops into a silver sedan driven by Cronin.
What just happened?
We'll just broke the safe. Get out of the safe. Pam takes out a pistol.
410. 415 East 71st Street.
41571. Jesus, Pam. Meanwhile, Bourne moves with a quick, purposeful gait onto a busy sidewalk, his backpack slung over his shoulder. Two dark sedans come speeding around a corner. As Bourne passes storefronts, he spots two agents getting out of the parked car and turns the other way. Another sedan stops at a slushy curb. Bourne glances over his shoulder. An agent gets out, talking into his wrist. Bourne quickens his pace and sees more men getting out of the car. As Bourne breaks into a sprint across the street, the agents follow on foot. In the SUV, an agent in the back leans toward Bosun.
7 East and the Port Authority. All agents have shoot on site authorization.
Bourne whips open a glass door and races down a train station's wide fluorescent lit corridor. Among some commuters, a few agents hurry into the building. Bourne shoves his way up an escalator. As he disappears through a door, the pursuing agents reach the top and look around. Bourne exits out onto the roof of a parking garage. As he walks to a car, two agents hurry out and spot him. Bourne smashes open the driver's side window, gets in, and yanks out some wires from under the dash. As the agents take up positions behind the pickup truck, Bourne hotwires the car and yanks on the gear shift. The car speeds forward, slamming into the pickup truck and knocking the agents off their feet. As Bourne reverses out of the parking space, a sedan speeds toward him. The passenger leans out his window and shoots. Bourne lies down on the front seat. As bullets shatter the windshield, Bourne parks the rearview mirror and continues steering the car in reverse. He smashes into a parked car, then gets launched over a low wall. Bourne's vehicle lands trunk first on the parked cars below, then tips onto its roof.
Sir, he drove off the roof. What? He drove off the roof.
Bourne gets out through the missing rear window.
He's on foot, he's running.
Inside the parking garage, a sedan speeds down a ramp. Bourne steps out as it passes and shoots its tire. The car crashes. As Bourne hustles over, gun aimed, a police cruiser arrives.
Police, free! Put your hands in the air!
As Bourne complies, the sniper shoots a pistol from behind. The police duck down and return fire. Amid the chaos, Bourne slides into the driver's seat of the cruiser and speeds off in reverse. Bullets ricochet off the windshield and hood. At the end of the lane, Bourne turns the cruiser in a 180 and takes off down a winding ramp. Now, as the police cruiser speeds out of the garage, two dark sedans follow. Bourne spots them in his rearview mirror and punches the accelerator. On an elevated two-way street, Bourne briefly swerves into the oncoming lane, passing a slower car. In the opposite lane.
Sir, take a look at this. Bourne's birthday, sir. What about? Check that out. Sir, Landy told Bourne that his birthday was 4/15/71.
It's 9/13/70.
Everything stops. Everything stops! Listen up! 4/15/71. New assignment numbers. What does it mean? Give me a Christmas code.
Sir, if you plug in his variables belong between latitude, you get Cameroon.
41571 is the zip code for Barney, Kentucky.
Meanwhile, Bosun's SUV speeds around a corner.
What date did she give it? I don't believe it. SRD is at 415 East 71st Street.
She just gave him the training facility.
Bring all the teams in behind us.
Now, the sniper assassin drives a sporty SUV. As Bourne weaves the police cruiser through city streets, lights flashing, two nondescript sedans follow. Bourne checks over his shoulder as one pulls up beside him. Looking ahead, he manages to avoid a car blocking the road, but the sedan smashes into it. The second sedan crashes too. As the first continues its pursuit, Bourne slams on his brakes. The sedan rear ends him, crumpling its hood. The assassin fires from his SUV on an intersecting street. As Bourne crosses the intersection, the assassin speeds up, pushing another car into the cruiser. Bourne regains control of the spinning police car and speeds off before the assassin can aim. The assassin continues to pursue around a corner and the wrong way down a one-way street. The cruiser and SUV weave between oncoming traffic. At an upcoming crossroad, a vehicle stops and its passenger aims a gun. Bourne slams on the brakes, swerves into a 180, and speeds toward the stopped car in reverse. Bracing himself for impact, Bourne slams the rear of the cruiser into the stopped vehicle, spinning it around. He takes off down the street, his smashed rear bumper dragging along behind him. The assassin's SUV keeps in hot pursuit. As they turn onto a street below a highway's on-ramp, the assassin pulls up next to Bourne and sideswipes him. Bourne tries to evade, but the SUV sideswipes him again. On a third hit, the cruiser turns sideways. Bourne directs its chassis up a narrow concrete ramp. Sparks fly from the cruiser's undercarriage as the SUV pushes it along. Bourne grabs hold of the passenger side seatbelt, and the cruiser goes flying. It flips onto its side and lands with the SUV in a crumpled mess. Our view shakes with the impact. Bystanders get out of their cars. As the assassin sits slumped with his face against the steering wheel, the cruiser's front bumper hangs loose and sways limply. Bourne kicks out the windshield and limps out, gun aimed. The assassin gives a weak cough. Blood trickles down his forehead. He sees Bourne's gun trained on him, but can barely move. Bourne lowers his weapon from his fierce glare and sidesteps away. The assassin's eyes shift quizzically. Bourne slings his bag over his shoulder and heads off with a slight limp.